So you came up through the network engineering side of the house, obviously, to run network engineering. What are some of the experiences, best practices or learnings that you brought with you into your current role that maybe you could share with the listeners?
I mean, everything starts and ends really with security. So, if we come with a security framework in mind and we have the idea that this is going to be prevalent in everything we do, then that can filter down to the rest of the organization. If we come and that isn't the main component of what we're trying to achieve, then that gets sort of pushed to the side, and the stakeholders within the company don't understand its importance. So, really, the first thing I would tell anybody in IT is come with a security focus. It doesn't matter if you're a network, it doesn't matter if you're in systems, it should be the same because then we're bringing that strategy always forward with us and not having to sell somebody on it.
And that's a good transition to my next question. Security being so critical. Is that one of the things you look for when you go to hire IT talent? What type of backgrounds you're looking for, teaching, training, top skills?
So, I would tell you that I am a little bit different than most people as a hiring manager. When possible, I am not a fan of looking at resumes. It changes when I'm the initial screener for a job, but if I'm not the initial screener and somebody else has looked at a resume, I don't want to see it because I believe that gives me a preconceived notion about the person, and I'm already making a judgment without talking to them.
Yeah.
So I want them to tell me the story. They're the person who owns that story that they can share in the way only they can share. And I'm going to learn a lot more about them going that route. But from a skills perspective, I'm looking for someone who has an eagerness and a willingness to learn. Essentially, I would call that an energy that's kind of apparent, sitting on the edge of their seat, their engagement level. Because in this particular industry, understanding that I may not know the next technology to come out. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to learn that technology. So having that as that primary thing, and again, energy is so important to me, will tell me a lot more about a person than if they're a little bit more stoic and they keep things to themselves. The second piece of that would be communication. Communication is in everything we do, and talking to customers and talking to our internal teams, making sure that they have the awareness of how to communicate effectively and speak intelligently about something and in layman's terms. So if you can take a concept of IT that's a little bit more challenging and break it down into smaller steps that anybody can get, that will be key for me in the hiring process.